Hey guys, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Candace St. James. Thank you so much for coming back. I've been a drag queen in this community for about 8 years or so, and then I've been living in Washington for 2 years. And I just want to thank you guys for coming back, and today we're doing the most fabulous part of this tutorial, which is eyes, finally. I'm going to show you how to get this look with these eyes, and this is my version of a cut crease. There's many different ways to do a cut crease eye. There's many different drag eyes to go ahead and do, and I'm going to show you how I do mine. And so 1, 2, 3, let's get fabulous! Gross. My voice is going out. Let's get fabulous! There you go. Before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell notification. And even if you don't like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell button as well, because I would love to be in your newsfeed as far as YouTube is concerned. Hey guys, it's me, Candace St. James. Thank you so much. This is what I look like right before I do my eye makeup, minus the contouring on my nose. I don't really go ahead and do that until after, but I'm gonna show you in this video how to do my eyes. Let's get started. Let's get fabulous! So in this tutorial, we're gonna need a list of various essentials for this eye makeup tutorial. You are going to need you're gonna need some Ben Nye Fair or a highlighting powder, because you're gonna start what's called the baking process, and that is for just the underside of your cheek. That's what I always do. And then I always use the Ben Nye Fair for under my eyes too, because I'll show you the trick for that one. Then you're gonna be needing for me, I use a white eyeliner as well as a black one. I use 2 black eyeliners. I use 1 pot eyeliner and then 1 regular liquid eyeliner. So I got that and this. And then you need mascaras. I'm always really good about Maybelline's. They have actually a really good brand for drag queens, and they're really cheap. They're probably about $5 or $6. I always use those. You need a bunch of makeup brushes. I also use the Morphe White Concealer, a bunch of eye colors, and basically what I use is the Alyssa Edwards Palette. Let's get started. So what I start doing here is I go ahead and I add the Ben Nye Fair powder to my under cheek to go ahead and carve that out. That's my baking process. And then I also go ahead and take it up to the under the eye area, and that's gonna create a barrier, so whenever I get fallout from my eyeshadows, it will catch and I can just dust it off later. It's a pretty good idea to be pretty generous with your powders when you're going under the eye, only because it will catch. Sometimes in my experience it won't when you use too little. I take a neutral eyeshadow to start off the beginning, and that's just going to create my foundation. And so what I do is I just will put it just underneath my natural eyebrow where that would be, and that is what I would start carving my crease out of. I take my Alyssa Edwards palette and I go ahead and I pick the pinkest shade I can find, the most brightest, voluminous pink that I can find. And I kind of cheat my eye at this point. I don't go all the way to the end. I go kind of more halfway because I have a hooded eye, so I have to kind of learn how to cheat it a little bit. It's funny because with hooded eyes, you have to learn how to work your angles the right way. The best thing I can say for people who need to find that crease is to look kind of downward, and then you can kind of see your crease that way. And then I go ahead and I take the bluest shade I could find, which is a good contrasting color, and I go ahead and I start going down my eye. And what that's going to do is it's going to give a different variation of color, and then later on we blend that out. In my opinion, you want to go the darkest you can with these pigments, because that's what's going to show when you have a lot of lights on you. The lighter the shade that you go, the harder it is to see when you're in front of a whole bunch of lights and you're working at a club or whatever. So then I go ahead and I make it as dark as you can. I say to go ahead and look at it like you're a street look. You want to look like you're getting ready to be working on the streets. Go ahead and go back to that same pink color, and I go ahead and I draw all the way down right next to the blue, and I want to overlap it a little bit. That way it'll be easier to blend. Don't be afraid to get in that crease, honey. Here you can see me blending out the two colors. I always do it simultaneously as I go, color by color. That way, once it's done, it's done. So I think it's kind of funny, but in this next scene you're going to see me go ahead and take one of these old school drugstore brushes from makeup I used to buy a long time ago. They always come in handy, especially when you need a makeup brush to go in a little spot. I would recommend to always save them. Now we're going to with this crazy yellow color. It's going to give it actually a sunset look, and I actually really like the gradient. And then just blend that out with the pink. You always want to go ahead and look at yourself simultaneously to make sure that they are the right shape, the right size on both sides. You're looking for symmetry as best as you can. Then I go ahead and take a liquid eyeliner and I go ahead and I start drawing the points to my crease. I go ahead and just draw a straight line all the way down, and just to get it as straight as possible. And just so you know, you're going to have to let it dry, so try not to blink or rub your face or anything like that. Itch yourself. Don't try to do any of that stuff. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and waft them down. I'm really liking the color gradient right now because I'm actually colorblind. So a little fun fact. So now I'm taking a flat brush as well as a pot eyeliner, and I go ahead and I fill in the gaps and I fill in that little triangle on my eye that we had made with the liquid eyeliner, and that goes ahead and helps me put my eyeliner on. It glides on smooth and I really do like it. Fun fact and good little tip, since you're dealing with me with a hooded eye, we're all about trying to look as symmetrical as possible. So for me, what I tend to do is I have to draw over my eyelid. A lot of girls will try to just draw in their crease. Drag is all about expanding and making everything bigger than it actually is. So I am having to draw over my actual crease, my natural crease. If you're as old as I am, go ahead and stretch your skin back so you can get the most perfect glide. Right here in this moment, I'm just trying to go ahead and get it as symmetrical as possible, but my eye is wanting to droop because I have a hooded eye, and so that's my problem that I do face. So now I go ahead and go in with the darkest black I can find, and Alyssa Edwards' palette is no joke. It will get very pigmented very quick, and I'm going to go ahead and press that into my eyeshadow that I just laid down, or sorry, my eyeliner that I just laid down, to make it look extra black. So by doing that, it goes ahead and it'll set it so it will not shift around on you at all. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Morphe Concealer in the whitest shade that I could find. I'm going to go ahead just over the black, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a highlight. And basically what that's going to do is it's going to make everything pop so much more than you could ever imagine. Try really hard, because this is liquid, try really hard not to go ahead and get it over the black or the areas where you want, because sometimes this makeup does run a little bit and it will get stuck onto the eye makeup, and so you're going to have to go ahead and redo it. So then I'm going to go in with these, and I'm just coloring them back in the normal color that I want, so it can give it a very bright, vibrant finish. So now I'm taking a white liquid eyeliner and I'm going to go underneath my eyeball and into my waterline. Be careful not to get it in your eyes like I just did. I had to actually go get towels and it was just not pretty. We're going to be making a little wing at the front, and we're also going to be making a wing at the back. I'm all about a really thick lower eyelash to make my eyes look bigger, so I'm using the Ben 9 Clown White, and I'm making my bottom eyelash thicker essentially, because I like to do an exaggerated eyelash. I'm definitely paying more attention at this point to symmetry because, you know, you are what the people that the audience sees. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure they're as even as possible. You can get away with doing a little bit and then going ahead and filling it in with the black eyeliner like I'm doing right now, but not too drastic. I think the reason why I like a bigger, more exaggerated eye like this is because it goes ahead and gives me that cartoony feeling, and so that's what I like to go ahead and look like, and it makes me give me more of that clown appearance, and I really like that idea. So now I'm going back to the Alyssa Edwards palette, and I'm using a smaller brush to go ahead and choose the whitest shade of white that I can find, which with Alyssa Edwards, that's the one I want to go with. And I'm going to go ahead and set that white Ben 9 cream that we went and put on our face so that won't shift around on me. So now I'm putting on my false eyelashes, and you definitely want the biggest ones that you can definitely find. I go ahead and put the eyelash glue on and I let it sit for a second just so it gets tacky, and that way it'll just go on really quick. And now it's time to go back in with that black eyeliner to go ahead and fix our face and actually show a little depth in my upper eye area. And the only reason why I did this is normally I would do this with black eyeshadow, but I definitely wanted to try the black eyeliner for this video. It didn't work out super well, but it gave some depth. And basically that's all it's supposed to do, just give depth. So to complete this look, I went in with that same blue eyeshadow, that same yellow eyeshadow, and that same pink eyeshadow, and I went just underneath the lower new lash line that we had created and just smeared it around to give it some kind of depth. And then I used my wipe away brush to just wipe that shit away, and so that way you have no fallout on your eye.